Hello, everybody. Welcome. How you doing? Hey, Xbox. Happy New Year, everybody. Let me pour you a drink. Hey, hey, that girl. How you doing? Happy New Year. Happy New Year, everybody. Let me see. Let me see. I don't think you can. Is that better? Okay, I think that's better. How you doing, Xbox Pro? Case Horath? I hope I'm pronouncing it correctly. That girl, Nessa. Hey, Nessa. I'm just going to wait for a few more minutes for people in to stop on by. Tell me about your holiday. Tonight's topic is about celebrating life. Celebrate life. We don't know how long we're going to be here. We don't know what tomorrow may bring. But whatever we do, we have to respect life, do the best that we can with what we have, enjoy one another, and celebrate. This is the first day of the new year. And it's time for a reflection, as well as it's time for a preparation. What are we going to do that is better than what we have done in the past? And then we have to execute it. We cannot wallow in our mistakes. It's done. We just have to figure out a new path. Is this content creator? His name is Dante London. And what he said was correct. You have to have strategy. You have to have strategy. You have to have execution. And in so many words, he was saying, if you want something different, you have to do something different from what you've been doing. He's been working and working, taking care of his son, putting his private life out in the public in order to take care of himself and to be a provider. And just recently, everything just became successful for him. Everything that he worked so hard for is now here. But it took him 5 years. It takes a lot of content creators years for them to get 1,000 subscribers, 4,000 watch hours, to build an audience, to have consistency. And he made it. And he posts content 3 times a day for 20 minutes each. So that's like an hour per day. And he's giving out this information for free. Whereas people will have you to click on their videos, pretty much talk about nothing, just repeating what somebody else said. But you just wasted 15 minutes, or you pay for an online course, or bought an ebook, in which is not really telling you anything. But you have to have diligence, you have to have a strategy. You have to have a topic, a niche that draws people to you. Whether it's cooking, gardening, whether it's something like laundry, cleaning, accounting, um, basic first aid tips, entertainment, life. Sometimes just being relatable. And whereas you just tell the truth, like, listen, I really don't want to go to this 9 to 5 job, but I got to pay the bills. I do not want to work overtime. But I need to build up my retirement account. I have to work a second job because my company is about to fold. Or they're not just saying anything about it. But they're about to go to overseas. And I don't want to get stuck being 70 and having to still work. I need a side hustle because I really feel that there will not be a Social Security by the time I reach 67. Because every year in every administration is something different, and whereas if they just leave it alone and let people pay into it like we've been doing, then, you know, at least you'll be able to take care of your elderly. It's in my opinion, it's a little disturbing when I see someone in their 70s and 80s still working 12 hours a day. And I know for a fact they did what they were supposed to do. They raised their kids, they paid off their mortgage, they were never late on their bills, never was a problem, never caused any problems, but they still have to go back to work because their money is not enough. Whether it's inflation, whether they're helping out with their grandkids, they have too much pride to ask someone to live with them to split the cost. Or their Social Security from their spouse was taken away from them because they happen to work in the public service sector, whether it's a police officer, firefighter, uh, a school teacher, administrator, and where it's, you know, oh, they can't collect their pension. And so that means that if they can't collect their pension or they cannot collect their spouse's Social Security, then who's getting that money? Because that money is being paid out to somebody. I saw a show, I want to say it was 60 Minutes, whereas this school principal for 40 years had to take a part-time job at Dollar Tree. There's nothing wrong with getting a part-time job. There's nothing wrong with working at Dollar Tree. Actually, I like Dollar Tree. I would love to work at Dollar Tree. I like Dollar Tree. However, this woman had saved her money, raised her kids, her and her husband paid off the house, bought the vehicles, taught her community. And after she lost her husband, she was told that because she was a principal, that she worked for the public sector, that she was not entitled to his Social Security. And I don't care what anyone says. How is that not thievery? You mean to tell me the government is going to tell her that she can't collect her husband's Social Security benefits because she was a school principal? How is that not stealing? But if she worked in the private sector, then she'll be been able to collect on her husband's Social Security. And that's the money that she relied on for her retirement. And I do believe that if benefits were explained in detail, like the ins and outs, or the benefits or the cons, the pros and cons of working in the public sector, then people would, I don't know, they'll take a second look. They'll reconsider. Or they'll be better prepared. And so I was talking about the content creator, Dante London. I put his hashtag in the description box. You all can check him out. And whereas he is really doing it. And I am so happy because he's a young man, whereas he's not running away from his obligations. He realizes that he is a different person. Not everybody is built for a 9-to-5. And also, today's 9-to-5 is not our grandparents' 9-to-5. There is no such thing as job security. Let me repeat that. There is no such thing as job security. And so, if you come across a good job, hold on to it. Hold on to your good job. Get to work early. Stay late. Know your company's policies and their procedures. Write everything down. Even if it's something small, write everything down and keep your head low. Good morning. Don't have any conversations. There is no conversation at work. You're there to do a job. You leave your job at work and do the same thing next day. And please, whatever you do, I don't care if it's 10%, 20%, save for a rainy day. I don't care if it's 10%, 20%, save for your retirement. I don't care if you're 21, save for your retirement. And don't touch that money for anything, not even to buy a house. That is your money, that is your retirement, because if anything happens, it's on you. No one's going to come rescue you. There's not an account for the elderly. You see it on the news every day. They try and kick folks off of Social Security. So our retirement is after we pass away. But if you have your own separate savings account just for your retirement and a separate savings account for emergencies, then you pay your bills and then do the same thing the next paycheck. Even if you have to get a second job, even if you have to make deliveries. People are making a lot of money just dropping off stuff. Is it safe? No, it's not safe. I'll tell you the truth, it's not safe. However, if you go and make deliveries in safer areas, and you can also, you get to pick and choose where you make your deliveries. You don't have to deliver everything that comes up on your phone. But that's a different story. Even if you have to work a part-time job, even if you have to work overtime, yes, that's time away from your family. But in the long term, in the long run, it will help your family. And whereas you're not stranded or always having to just struggle all the time. Life is a struggle. Yeah, you might have to do without. You might have to say no. No to takeout. That's what I did last month. I had to say no. But I was able to pay the bills. I was able to make do and still have a nice holiday. And this year, I'm cutting out takeout. But I do have one confession. I was able to redeem a coupon on one of the apps, and I bought dinner because I really didn't want to cook. And what I had went to the store for, they had sold out. And so I thought about it. That $31 that I had spent on dinner, I could have bought like some catfish, fried it, and it would taste better than restaurant food that I had ordered. And I could have bought lunch meat and a pot roast that was on sale. Definitely the catfish and pot roast, I could have swung that. I could have gotten that. $31. And it's not that I can say, well, you live and you learn. I mean, I knew better. And so that's all I want to say. I just want to give a shout out to Dante London, and you all should just follow him. At least check out some of his videos. And whereas he's just really, he's moving up in the world, and whereas he has found his calling, and he's doing it. He's taking care of his son. If he keeps this up, this will be his full-time occupation. He does social media and Instacart, and whereas he's his own boss. And also, he's able to take care of his son, whereas he works while his son is in school, picks him up, attend to his child, and he's able to be a good dad. And I think this world needs more of men like him. I'll talk to you later. Happy New Year's. I will continue to make more content, not only on this platform, but in other platforms as well. I just want to say thank you for your time. And so I'll see you soon.